For this past season, it has been a very even-keeled season. It is to a point where I have probably about, I don't know, 6 or 7 decks that I felt pretty comfortable in, like, switching. Like, okay, I want to go do this deck now, and I want to go do this deck. Okay, I'm going to stop doing this deck because it seems a bit effective, but it's just as effective as this deck is over here. And usually I was leaning towards just 1 or 2 decks at all per season. That's kind of good. I think, in my opinion, it means that the metagame is kind of evened out. I didn't see a whole lot of one deck. Destroy is there, but it's not as prevalent as it's been. High Evolutionary is there, but it's not as prevalent as it was. It's gotten to a point where it seems like it's kind of evened out. I'm trying to think of what Shulkanaut. I think I had Shulkanaut a little bit this season, but the Annihilus decks come into play for me because I ended up with an Annihilus card. Spoiler alert. I started doing Annihilus. I started doing what I called the Blaze of Glory, which was the Human Torch Hercules combo I was talking about. Nice. Had a Stomp deck, which is around Kingpin. I had a Beta deck, which is Beta Ray Bill. Let's get into unlocks here. We're getting into, as of yesterday, I put mine down here as of yesterday. Currently at 9,368 collector level. 1 spotlight key, but I was 2 upgrades away from getting another spotlight key. Here we go. This has been an epic month coming out from like a month where I think I complained about having very little to going to this. I got a Maximus Stepan Sejic variant.
Okay. Is that the one where he's like, I don't know, got the jacket, kind of the greasy hair?
Yes. He's kind of looking like, I don't know. I think he has his hands open and he's looking at you. That's something along those lines. I got the first form variant of Death, which is
Wednesday Addams.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. I got a casual variant of Colleen Wing, who is just sitting there holding a cat. So, Shang-Chi Peach Momoko variant, which is pretty nice. Now we're going to start new cards that I got. I got Hercules, and then I got Master Mold, and followed that up with a Dan Hipp Master Mold right after that.
Nice.
Now, the Master Mold that I when I got Master Mold, I had so many plans for Master Mold. I was like, oh man, I am going to ruin people's decks so hard. And I think I played like maybe 2 hours on a deck I created, and I was like, this sucks. I cannot get Master Mold to work. I
didn't know there was any other possibility other than Ronan.
Well,
they're annoying.
The goal I thought would be like, okay, Ronan is definitely in the deck, but Wong, if you could Wong out there and then Master Mold and put 4 into somebody's hand, all they're ever going to have is Sentinels from that point forward. They can still draw stuff.
You know who can stop that?
Tell me.
MODOK.
MODOK could. I didn't see a whole lot of MODOK this season. I don't
like him. I saw a few MODOK Hellas. I lost a game where my opponent only played 3 cards. Invisible Woman, MODOK, and Hela.
Oh, come on. Gosh. After that was a Craven Pixel variant.
Nice.
Then I spent some spotlight keys because I wanted a Nihilus. This week right here was the week where I was like, I don't have any of these cards.
Yeah.
And I want them all. Phoenix, Annihilus, and Meek. I got all 3 of those. I got a Weapon X-Force Lady Deathstrike.
Okay.
Max Grecki Captain America, which legit looks like a mirror image of Liefeld's cap because his chest comes out to, like, it is the reason you do a border break on that card. That's good. I got a Mahmoud Asar variant of Apocalypse.
With the sword, like curved sword?
I got a Pixel Sentry, which is pretty cool. I don't think I'd ever seen it until I unlocked that.
Nice.
Which is pretty cool. And Baku Luchador variant.
Jealous of that.
I bought that one, I'm pretty sure. I
wanted my neighbor's variant.
I wanted a Luchador variant pretty bad. This was another week where I threw some spotlight keys down. Galactus, Jeff, Beta Ray Bill.
Nice.
At that point, that right there is a total of 8 new cards that I got this season. Of the 8, Beta Ray Bill is probably the one I've used the most. I've not built a deck with Galactus in it, but Hercules is definitely another one. Hercules, Master Mold I used for a little bit, but stopped. Phoenix, I've never used yet. Annihilus, I definitely have. Jeff, I haven't even used yet. I haven't used Jeff.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. All right. So after that was Rhino, a pixel variant of Rhino, which is pretty cool looking. There's some fire in the background. Looks really neat. The winged variant of Hellcow, a Dan Hipp Sunspot. I did want to shout out, I know I showed you the Dan Hipp Agent 13 that I split one time and got an inked red sparkle version of it, which I thought was pretty cool. That doesn't normally happen. Inks on the first split.
I wonder if it's because like you had split others of it before.
Let me look. That's a good question. I've never even looked that up. Let's see. I've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, altogether a total of 5 splits. The ink would have been my 5th split. One split of the Dan Hipp, but of course the original card I split 3 times. Anyway, hey, I love it. So yeah, where are you sitting at, man?
Well, I'm at a 10,727 collector level.
Jeez,
and
please, I just saw how many cards you unlocked. My
44.
Gosh, 44 cards.
But only 6 of them were new. All right. Started off, I got a Max Grecki Silver Surfer, which I'm not always a fan of the Grecki ones, but I really like his Silver Surfer. That became my most commonly used Silver Surfer. I got the Greg Capullo Cable variant.
Very jealous.
I really want to get that one to Infinite just so I can see how it looks different, because Cable, his shoulder pads, and his gun fill up the entire thing, so I don't think there's anything to foil, any background to foil. Gold split with that would probably be kind of disappointing. I got Scar. I tried for Kyra and got Hit Monkey, who I still haven't used. I'm like, well, okay, I could use Mysterio.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, Mysterio, Hit Monkey, and Bishop, which would be a great issue of Marvel Team Up, maybe. But I tried for Kyra again, got the Nebula Javier Rodriguez variant, which is okay, but I have the Dan Hipp Nebula. So I did get, I think just as a random variant prize, maybe from one of the prizes I got because of the season pass, a Jim Lee Mystique.
Ooh, nice.
Scotty Young Rocket Raccoon. I think I bought this one to unlock something. A Dan Hipp Onslaught. Nice. Got the Christian Ward Black Bolt, which is the kind of stylized Black Bolt with Jaw and some fish-looking kid jumping with him. I don't know, but I like that better than the standard Black Bolt. Now, with the Season Pass, I got a Planet Hulk Silver Surfer variant, which is the Silver Savage, with him with his gladiator weapons where he fought the Hulk on Planet Hulk.
Nice.
Took a shot at Hercules and got Howard the Duck.
Okay.
Got a Sinister London variant of Mr. Sinister.
Okay.
Like him in a white suit with a purple cloak and a red ascot.
All right.
Got Master Mold just out of a regular prize thing.
Interesting.
I think they bumped him down to Series 3, maybe. He's Series 3 and he wasn't. I guess that's why he was available in there. I got a Chibi Zero, which isn't as disturbing as some of the others. Kind of looks like that Image character, Fuji. Still have not gotten the Mark Silvestri Iron Man, but I did get a Dan Hipp Iron Man.
Okay.
Which I think that's part of the album. And not part of the album, but a welcome addition, the Dan Hipp Helicarrier.
Oh, I think I've seen that. I might have that.
Smiling, happy Helicarrier with little Nick Fury on a jetpack.
Maybe not.
Okay, got the World Breaker Hulk variant that was part of the season pass.
Nice.
I forget who I was trying for, but I used one spotlight key and got the Bronze Age Werewolf by Night variant, which is the original Werewolf by Night. Love that.
Is that the one that I have where he's...
No, it's the same style, but this one's a cover.
Okay, yes, that's great. I really wanted to get that one.
Love that. I took the one you have where I forget, like Legion of Monsters variant or whatever. I took that off my wish list because I got an old school Werewolf by Night. That's what I wanted.
You're
got
all right.
An Eduardo Francisco Cerebro variant.
What is that?
It's just like Cerebro coming down at you as opposed to you looking down on it.
Oh, okay.
And some of the connections look kind of spinal. Got the Jen Bartel Rescue, which is with her with the mask off and the glowy fist.
Okay.
Dan Hipp Dazzler, Maria Hill Chibi, X-Force Forge, which I know Forge was on X-Force for a while. I didn't read that. That doesn't look like the Forge in the promo art, but it's like him in the brown. It's like, I don't know, somehow looks less exciting than Mechanic variant Forge. Got the Planet Hulk Scar variant with the season pass. Got a Dan Hipp Gladiator.
Oh.
The Sleipnir variant, Odin on his horse.
Okay.
Sleipnir. Got an X4 X Factor multiple man variant, which is him from like the Peter David X Factor series.
Oh, that's cool.
He's got kind of the long sleeve t-shirt, which was really cool. I'm going out of order, but it quickly got bumped out by the Dan Hipp multiple man variant. Got a Dan Hipp Venom.
I've seen that Venom. That Venom's pretty cool.
Finally knocked out the Venom standing on a rooftop and lightning version I've been using. Tried 2 Spotlight keys, got Beta Ray Bill on the second one, got Galactus on the first one, and Jesse, I made a Galactus deck.
Oh my goodness. What are you doing?
I tried Galactus and Annihilus together, because I figure I'm using goblins anyway, but no, eventually I bumped him out. Pretty standard Galactus deck stuff, although because I hate to pin all my hopes on one card, I tried Namor and then I put Orca in there because I figure if Galactus doesn't work out, I've still been leaving one lane clear, so toss Orca in there instead. Nightcrawler for a little bait and switch, like, oh yeah, I can't play Galactus there because I've got a card there. Oh no, he teleported away.
he's moved.
Got both goblins in there and Nirvana to make them a little easier to get out there, and Howard to keep an eye out for Galactus, and of course Wave, the ultimate herald of Galactus.
Oh yes.
I don't feel bad about it. I won a few. I didn't win a few.
All right.
Although I did, to make myself feel a little better, I got the Lifebringer variant of Galactus, which is when the Ultimates kind of fixed him, so he was a force for creation and resurrection as opposed to just destroying things.
Oh.
It's like him jumping and looking all actiony, and now that I've got it animated, his kilt or whatever is billowing.
That's pretty cool.
I'm like, I'm not a bad guy using Galactus. I've got good guy Galactus. It helps me sleep at night.
Okay.
So I got, let's see, the Nick Bradshaw Juggernaut variant where he's got like kind of the red trim from some of his more recent appearances.
Okay.
When they had that, I'd never heard of them before, but they had the Pandart Studio takeover of the shop.
Right.
I got Lady Sif because I don't have any variants of Lady Sif. Obviously, I would want the Dan Hipp one, but I'd been using her a lot in conjunction with Black Knight. I got that one, which gave me the 10th one I needed, and I think then that's where I got the Nick Bradshaw Juggernaut, was the mystery variant that you get when you have 10, but more importantly, it gave me 2,000 tokens, which let me just get Kyra with tokens.
Not bad.
Then I did put her into the Savage Sword of Balkanaut deck, but soon retired Blob from that. She's yet another sword wielder in the Savage Sword of Shulkanaut deck because I got a lot of 6s and a few 1s in there. I got the Scarlet Witch House of M variant, which I only call it that because that's what they label it. It doesn't really make me think of House of M.
Same here.
Then I got the Multiple Man by Dan Hipp. I got a Mr. Fantastic and Silk Pixel. I got the Kenneth Rocafort Infinite, which is another card that I've used a long time and not gotten a variant of. So I kind of like that one. It's almost just like a different angle from his usual one and a little darker. I got the Luke Cage Sports variant, which I don't know. The sports variants don't always do it for me. The idea of Luke Cage, I guess, because he's in a cage fight maybe, or
okay.
I don't know. It's too on the nose and not... I guess maybe the pun. Maybe I appreciate it a little more. I don't know. But I've also got, again, the Dan Hipp Luke Cage in gold and ink splits. Why am I ever going to need another Luke Cage variant? I got Pixel Morph.
I've seen Pixel Morph. I use Pixel Morph a lot.
Okay. I got Baby She-Hulk.
Okay.
And that was a mystery variant I got in Conquest, which gave me enough redemptions to get the Maria Wolf Ghost Rider that was the Conquest prize.
Oh, cool.
Then I got the Galactus Lifebringer and the Rock Slide Sports variant, which I do like.
What's that?
It's Rock Slide. Oh, what are is it the shot put? Like the little balls you throw?
Oh, yes.
Rock Slide doing the shot put, and he's got like his outfit is kind of like a classic New Mutants uniform. I don't know. I can see Rock Slide actually doing that. I don't know why that one lands when all the other sport variants do nothing for me. Other than I don't have it. I would like the one where Zero is like wearing a shirt and tie and holding up the Zero score.
Yes.
I would take that one, but I don't know. Yeah, Rock Slide. I don't know. Rock Slide's regular card didn't do much for me. So I swapped that one into my decks. That is a lot of variance. But,
yeah, dude, man, oh man. I wonder how much of that do you feel like? How much of that do you think was a factor of you paying for the season?
Well, I know you get an extra variant or two in that, but I don't know. Some of them were just straight up from prizes, and I did buy a few because I was trying to fill up that thing to get the 2,000 tokens. I probably bought 3, but and then I think Snap just knows that I appreciate the pixels that nobody else does.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Even for crying out loud, the album that they debuted today is called Destroy All Pixels. And I can't believe I only had 3 in the album.
What do you know? What 3 you have?
Forge, Wolverine, and Carnage.
Okay.
I mean, there's a Deadpool, a Nova, Killmonger, which might be the best Killmonger variant I've seen, honestly. Venom, Deathlock, Lady Deathstrike, which I didn't even know existed, Death, Null, and Arnim Zola.
I have Forge, Wolverine, and Deadpool. I've seen the Venom out there. I've seen the Killmonger out there. I've seen the Carnage out there. I have not seen a pixel null before.
Yeah, it's not that impressive.
It isn't.
And I love the Wolverine and Carnage ones because I played video games frequently where they pretty much looked like that.
Right. I love the pixel Wolverine. I think, and the animation for the pixel Wolverine is great because it's just his claws glinting, which is pretty cool. I've never seen a Lady Deathstrike pixel, and I've never seen a Deathlock pixel either.
I don't. So some of those may be newer. I don't know, but I'm on 7 out of 12 on the Dan Hipp one, and I think they said one thing they were looking at this year was like, I forget how they said it, but like sub albums or whatever, like multiple Dan Hipp albums.
Oh, that'd be cool.
For example, that would be like that. I got a lot of cool ones.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for joining us. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the next installment of Snap Material.